We have three today, so I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter, John Latona, who is he's actually an alum of Buff State. He was an art education major, and now he is a master's student in our individualized studies program, focusing on fiber design. So I give you John Latona.
Bravo.
Bravo.
My presentation is entitled In Progress. I want to let me introduce myself. You might not know me, but I am John Latona. I am a multidisciplinary studies major, and I am focusing my work on fibers design with like a secondary concentration in art education. I'm from a small town about 2 hours south of here, in Frewsburg, New York. It's a little suburb of Jamestown, New York, so not too far away. I am an art educator. I graduated last December from here, completing my undergraduate degree in art education. I completed my student teaching at Herman Badillo Bilingual Academy downtown and at Frontier Central High School down in Hamburg. When I'm not being an art educator, I'm myself an artist, and I work mainly with textiles, but I've worked with many different media, and I love it all. But I love fibers. I've also exhibited works in Bratislava in Slovakia, Prague, Czech Republic, and most recently at the Birchfield Penny Art Center. Another thing about me is I'm a traveler. I love to travel. Recently, this past summer, I was able to go to Europe with my best friend for a month and a half, where we went to 9 countries, like 10 major cities, including Venice, Barcelona, Dublin, London, Paris, Venice, Athens. Just about anywhere we wanted to go, we went, and we just walked around, took a lot of pictures, went to a lot of museums, and met a lot of amazing people. So that wanderlust really brought me to want to go to Rwanda as well, which was my most recent traveling experience. I had the pleasure of traveling to Rwanda with Buffalo State and the Anne Frank Project. That's why we're all here. Over the past few weeks, my fellow travelers and I have been giving presentations and about the experiences we've had and how we can show them to people that didn't go, how we can communicate these really big feelings, experiences, and like try to get you to just grasp a little bit of it. And for me, that has been a little bit different than maybe some of the other students. And I had a really difficult time. I thought I had to come in here and present maybe a theme or an experience that maybe wasn't quite unique to me, or something that I didn't really believe in, that was going to express what I feel. So my education and my teaching philosophy and my art education department really pushed me to this: why don't you come in, present as an artist, present as an in-progress artist. You're doing work right now that's encapsulating your experience, so why not show that? So that's what I'm here to do today. Now, when we went on our trip, there are infinite experiences that we had, from the littlest things to the biggest things. So I could sit here and talk all day long about what we did and what was really important to us. From the day in the life day we had, to the safari, to the genocide memorials, we really could be here for a week. But I want to focus on a specific experience, and one that's really been pushing me as an artist. And that would be my experience at the Urukundo village, which is an orphanage that began less than 10 years ago. And it was founded by a woman named Mama Arlene. And it's located in the Muhanga district of Rwanda. So here we got Africa, really big continent, and then a little tiny country, Rwanda, and then in this little red area where the RNW in Rwanda is where Muhanga district is located. We spent about 5 days in Urukundo, and that's where I made my strongest connections. And that's what's been driving me in my artistic challenges and my ongoing processing. Mama, in her late 70s, after a traditional busy Christmas, she no longer felt the connection of the season and really was questioning like what life is. She wanted a little bit more out of life. And after many, many adventures, she left everything she knew in Pennsylvania and went to Africa, which sounds really easy, but it seems a lot bigger than it is. Where she started an orphanage that began in her house for girls. But then something happened where, why just girls? So then it became a home for boys and girls, which then became a school. And then what it is, kept expanding to what it is today, which is a school, a farm, a water source for a community, a school, a dental clinic, and most importantly, it's still a home for boys and girls. The children of Urukundo can be overwhelming. Someone new, someone from America, they really were curious and really wanted to know everything about us. And it could be quite alarming having 5 kids that you don't know all over you, but it becomes very normal. It becomes fun, it becomes comfortable. As we began settling in, and the first night, and we're ready to eat, Mama made sure that there wasn't more than 2 people from Buffalo State at one table. She was very clear, like she saw him, you're in trouble. So, we were kind of nervous to intermix, but we intermixed with the kids, and I was really lucky enough to sit with Prince and Claude. Like, look at those faces. Like, how can they not be life-altering? We became fast friends. We talked about the trivial things, from likes to dislikes, and just getting to know each other better. I spent more time with them and really got to see who they were, their personalities. The first night, we were at Urukundo. After the nightly devotions, I was playing with Claude and the rest of the kids. And I was talking to Claude about my travels, about America, and somewhere in our discussion, I brought up how handsome and smart he was. And, sorry.
Spin around.
Yeah, spin around, it's a rule.
Claude told, after I said, Claude, you're so handsome, you're so smart. Claude looked at me and he said, I'm not handsome and smart. Prince is handsome and smart. Sorry. I'm not smart, I'm dumb, and I'm ugly. And that really broke my heart. Because that person is not dumb and ugly. I really connected with him at that moment. I know exactly how it feels. Looking at other people and seeing things you wish you saw in yourself. So I knew that I had to treat him as the precious and smart and handsome person that he was. and Prince. I had many experiences with Prince as well. One of them was making videos, which I'm going to play one. I hope it's not too loud, but it'll lighten up the mood here. Hopefully it works. I'm going to try it out. Keep singing. Keep singing. Now, one thing I can say about Prince is he's probably the happiest and cutest kid you'll ever see. That smile lights up a room. And leaving these faces behind was probably the hardest part of the trip. These experiences I've had with Claude, Prince, and the rest of the children still echo in my life today. And they've been a focus of my fibers work lately. Processing the trip is a really big part of the experience. And that is why most of the Rwandan trip participants take ensemble theater this spring to help work together to create a play that helps process their experiences. But for me, I've been processing on my own in a different way. My artistic processes started as soon as I got back. The first thing I did was I printed out every single photo the old-fashioned way and really started to look at them. And with my mentor, Professor Joseph Baus, in the Fibers department, and we really took a look into my images, narrowing them down to the most influential and maybe the photos that really spoke to us. One very graphic, two of Prince and Claude, and one of the last presenter today, Tolu.
Yes.
And the one in particular that really stands out to me is one that I've already shown you, and that's Claude. Now, I took this photo on my iPhone. I brought my big DSLR thinking this is where I'm going to get all of my amazing images. But I just wanted to show Claude what he looked like when he put on Tolu's glasses. So I just quickly took a picture and then showed him and then forgot about it. And to be honest with you, I had no connection to this photo. When I got back, I printed it out. I didn't even really look at it. But my professor, Joseph, really encouraged me to look at this photo, the composition, the color, but also the happiness in Claude's face. And this has become the center of my work. And I look at this photo every single day. Not in the way that you put photos in your house and forget that they're there, or the paintings that on the wall that you don't remember, but I really look at it. Also, I've been really inspired by the Rwandan cow dung paintings. And these are paintings that are traditionally done by women and are made using cow dung on pieces of wood that are dried and then painted with different organic materials. They're very geometric, black and white and red is typical, and I really love how it has an optical art feel. So combining the two, the photos and the cow dung paintings, as inspiration, I've been doing a lot of weaving. It's a really good integration of each of those ideas. And I wish that I knew a while ago that I would be weaving, because it's something that I never really liked to do. So I am happy to say that I'm now a weaver. It's a really good way to integrate the geometric designs and the images that I want to portray. Also, I've been doing a lot of printing of different images and tearing them apart and then piecing them back together again. Almost like a puzzle. These are two of my most recent pieces. I brought them over here if you want to take a look when you leave. If you want to get a closer look, feel free. I'm not sure of the specific destination of the pieces, but I just know I want to do Claude justice. I want to do my experiences, Prince's experiences, Rwanda's experiences, justice. I want to show through my lens. I have a dream that I will make 50 of these t-shirts and send them to the Uruk New Village. But that might be too much. So maybe one shirt for Claude, just to keep in mind that someone really appreciates him. I'm still in progress with my artwork and my processing, but I do know that I'm a better person today. I know I'm a better artist, and it's really pushed me out of my comfort zone. Like no other experience I've ever had. My post-Rwandan journey is still ongoing, and I don't know where my journey will take me, but I'm open to the experience. An experience I'm lucky enough to have because of a lot of people that helped me, and the generosity of many. So I'd really like to thank all these people, the Anne Frank Project, Barbara Nelson, the Belleville State Education Department, the Volunteer and Service Learning Center, Edgar H. Turkle, Dr. Carlos Medina, and SUNY System in general. Thank you.
Another hand for John Latona.